Hello everybody. So far what we've done in this project that I'm calling Facial Features with a Twist, we have spent some time doing some practice drawing of different facial features to try to understand the proportions and the shapes and the details involved. Then we also did a little brainstorming session where I asked you some kind of random questions just to get your imaginations rolling and thinking about possible subjects that you could incorporate into this artwork. Then, with those two things, we brought them together into some thumbnail sketches. And these thumbnail sketches are just very small, basic sketches to work out ideas. And the assignment that I gave you was to choose a facial feature and then figure out a way to combine a different subject with it. So to incorporate another subject into a drawing of a facial feature. And so these thumbnails are about working out your ideas for how to combine the subject matter with a facial feature. These are my examples that I came up with. And now that I've done these, I'm going to choose one, and I've chosen this one. It's going to be my focus. And now I'm going to turn that into a full-scale project, a final project. And to further prepare myself for that, I have done a little bit of research onto some of the subject matter that I have in my thumbnail sketch. And so I searched some public domain images on the internet, and I got a city skyline. I have some more pictures of clouds, and I have some different birds flying. And I think that that will be enough for me as far as resource images to use these so I can do a better job incorporating them into my artwork. Just because I have these here doesn't mean that I need to draw them exactly as I see them. They're more for just reference and inspiration to do what I want to do a little bit more creatively. So the next step is to draw. And so I'm going to just start drawing, and I'm going to speed up the video now. And while I'm drawing, I will narrate throughout to give you little tips and pointers about what I'm doing and what I want you to do. Okay, thanks, and enjoy the video.
I gathered another resource image of a mouth by taking a picture of my own mouth. I needed that picture so that I could see the proportions and details that were involved in an open mouth instead of a closed mouth like we practiced. I of course didn't show you that picture because, weird. But what I would like you to do is gather your own resource images of the facial feature that you're choosing, because even though we did some really good practice of those facial features, having resource images available will still be super helpful. I start off the final drawing by first drawing extremely light. I am working with the most basic or large shapes that I can and trying to establish those before I go into too much detail. See, a few seconds ago when I was still drawing the outline of the mouth that I adjusted a few of the lines a few times, and if I hadn't drawn lightly, then I wouldn't have been able to do that very effectively. Now I'm drawing the city skyline that I wanted to put inside the mouth, and I'm using that resource image that I gathered before, and some of the details are somewhat close, but other things are really different. It's really just as inspiration. Things can look detailed and real without actually looking like they really look in the real world. For instance, that crescent moon shape is not at all what a crescent moon shape would actually look like. I've definitely exaggerated the shape of it. So I'm still working on very general and basic details and shapes for most of the areas. I'm just trying to get it all mapped out and planned out before I will then go in and add details through shading. Composition plays a huge part in this as well. And by composition, I mean the arrangement of the things that you're putting in your picture. So you want to be thinking about the placement of where you're putting stuff. You know, with like these clouds, you know, I'm using the clouds as a way to fill areas that I feel like need something. When I draw the birds, I'm putting them in an area of the picture where I think the overall picture needs it. It's about arranging the things in a pleasing, balanced way. And that about does it for the line drawing part of the final artwork. I just did the line drawing so far, all the outlines and some of the basic details. The next thing I'm going to start doing is shading, and the next video will be about detailing that process for you a little bit. So for now, I'm going to end the video, and I would like you to begin drawing the line drawing for your final project. Good luck and have fun with it.